Chapter 7. Frank, white, age 73, March 8th, 2025. He was barefoot, pushing a makeshift cart across the parking lot in the heat. A crate perched in the front, 2 dogs inside. Signs positioned on the cart read, "Vet, please help, gift card is okay." I walked up to him, told him about my series. "Mind if I interview you?" He looked up, squinting against the sun. "That'd be fine," he said. "I got time." You wouldn't guess Frank's age just by looking at him. A vet cat sat atop his head. His gray beard and hair framed a sun-kissed, wrinkled face, but his body was lean and steady, and he moved with ease. When I asked how he stayed so strong, he shrugged. "I don't know. I got the Lord in my heart." He said he'd been a drunk at one time, but he got saved 15 years ago, after a drunk driver ran over him. He had been walking down the road when the car crushed his entire side, severing his arm. 6 months in the hospital, years to recover, a turning point. "Me and my wife both lived through it," he said. "I figured God got us here for a reason." I asked where his wife was. "In the RV. His marriage had lasted a long time, since we were 17 years old. "How do you make it last that long?" "You make it last," he said simply. "It's how you make life." I told him my husband and I had just celebrated 30 years. A couple asked us the secret, and I told them, "Keep going." Frank nodded. "Yeah." Frank was born and raised on the west side of Jacksonville. Never made it past 4th grade, but that didn't stop him from serving 6 years in the Army. "You can serve without a high school diploma?" "All they want to know is if you could shoot a gun," he said, mimicking holding a machine gun. He served in Vietnam. He didn't want to talk about his time there, turned away from me when I asked. He said he takes medication to help him sleep at night. He doesn't wear shoes. Not in the summer, not in the winter, not ever. "I got that jungle rot in Vietnam," he said. "Had my boots wet all the time. Couldn't take 'em off. Messed my feet up bad. I told myself never again. And I ain't going to." My uncle served. I'd heard about the way soldiers were treated when they came back home. "Wasn't good," Frank said. "People spit in your face, said you killed innocent people." His voice was steady. There was weight in the words. "What was it like trying to get by afterward?" "The Army teaches you how to kill people. They don't teach you how to love them when you come back. Just had to keep going." Frank never had kids. "These are my kids," he said, nodding toward his dogs. He patted one gently. "This one's 3 years old." He reached for the other. "And this is Willow. She's 12. Found her in the woods when she was about 3 inches long. This is her baby." Willow's baby was a mix of blue-nosed pit and something else. "My pastor's dogs are full blue-nosed pits," he said. He didn't say what breed Willow was when I asked. I guess he didn't know. "They know they're loved," he added, "and that's what matters." A woman walked up and started petting one of his dogs. They talked for a moment. She handed him some folded money before walking off. Frank watched her go, then looked down at his signs. "Now see, if I put a sign up saying I need a radiator, people won't help me. They won't give a dime." He pulled out another sign. It said, "Hungry." "But if I put this one up, then they do. You tell a lie, then people stop. It don't make no sense." It don't make no sense. I agreed. Frank had an old car, a 1983 model, hitched up to the RV. "Radiator's got a hole in it," he said. "Tried to patch it up with some Bondo, hose for a little while, but it's spraying water in. I gotta replace it. Cost $238. Frank sighed, scratching behind one of his dog's ears. "That's another thing. People say I should give my dogs up, but people who are homeless take care of their animals better than people in their homes. When it's hot, I put a bag of ice up here and lay a towel over them. That's their air conditioner. I don't let them walk on this hot pavement." I watched him interact with the woman who had stopped to pet his dogs. And based on our own conversation, I could see that he got along with people easily. He had a naturally kind way about him. "What's your secret?" I asked. "Just be nice, be yourself. You tell a lie, it's gonna come back on you. Tell the truth, get it over with. And if people don't like the truth, oh well, it is what it is." Then he paused and shook his head. "But if I have to lie, I will," he said, looking down at the sign. but I don't want to. I'd asked Frank early on how he had supported himself all these years. But we never got around to answering that. We got caught up in conversation, in his life, and what he wanted to share. He didn't want to lie about why he needed money. Telling the truth, being real, that mattered to him. Still, there was a sign. Not because he was trying to get over, but because he was trying to get by with jungle rot, with a wife, 2 dogs, and a busted radiator. I thanked Frank and handed him some folded money. Not because he was hungry, but because he needed his car repaired. Sometimes the most charitable thing we can do is pause long enough to really see someone. I think we both walked away a little more whole. This is truth, and truth always rises.